hello, it's time for some Frieren episode 15. This turned into the comedy show, right? Yeah, I was like, is that comedy now, guys? It is a really good anime, and I want to say that Frieren, I mean, earlier, it's like 8 to 9 and so, right? Then it was the whole demon thing, very fantasy-based, right? Kind of like how Frieren was hiding her power and so on. But now I think it's interesting how it should turn into like a comedy, right? This is a comedy, yeah, like the last 5 episodes are just more or less pure comedic, and just, sure, somewhat like wholesome. Yeah, it's like wholesome comedy, so it's I feel it almost changed genre. The beginning was like wholesome sadness. It was like, oh, this is sad. Oh no, her best friend has, whatever. Yeah, like, that was just sad. And then I was like, oh no, it's drama. But now it's be a comedy. Let's see what happens now. I don't know. We picked up the healer guy, right? 2 episodes ago. So yeah, let's see. 3, 2, 1, and go. But I did think it's interesting. This is turned into like it almost says genre, not completely. I mean, it was always that wholesome partiness to it. We see the party soon now. YOASOBI's singing. Do 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 do. Yeah, Frieren. And this anime, of course, is still ongoing next season. Let's see. I know it's next season. Let's see how many episodes are. It's 28 episodes in total. So that is. So it had 4 episodes first week. So yes, it's 4 plus. So it's like either 23 or 4 weeks. It might take a break next week. Or not next week, but I mean after next week, I'm sorry. During Christmas, yeah, it might take a break. I mean, generally speaking, a lot of animes might take a break next week, right? That reminds me, we're gonna do, of course, what is the best anime coming next season. But I probably will do that, what's called mellandagarna in Swedish, the days between Christmas and New Year's Eve. Then I will do a stream where we talk about all the new animes and gaming and so on, like the 2024 up and coming thing. But I think we do that, in those mellandagarna. I don't know what's called in English. But this anime definitely coming back, of course. But it might take a break. I can't see any break announced. So I'm checking briefly. Unluck is also still ongoing. Tsukimichis are coming back. Fan-chan. Bottom. Tumasaki is coming back. Super Smash Bros. Player. Yeah, but Fan is tired, I see. So yeah, so now we have our healer bro. Oh, I said that, was it last week? I said I was falling asleep because it was just a nice song. Yeah, almost this anime is very video game, right? It's very like Final Fantasy or whatever. It's very JRPG. And it was playing this song that felt like a Stardew Valley track or something. It was like super calm. I was just like, oh my god, this is one of those 8-bit music guy. Every episode. Mom! Every episode, man. Frieren she's the worst when it comes to mimics. But, yeah. That was like... this guy's like, we need a new party member. Yeah, I like this guy. We need to fill out the party, definitely. Yes, we need that in the party. Yes. Yeah, this song again. The soundtrack is really good. And like I said last week, then I was like, oh my god, it's so calm. It's like this, it's like the perfect, like, to fall asleep to 8-bit music. Yeah, all good, like Nintendo music. Some random girl. Oh, everyone is like, okay, it looks like they're cursed something. It's like everyone in the village has fallen asleep, right? This is what I mean. Frieren is a very typical JRPG storyline, right? Now they're finding a new village. It's like FF16, right? They're finding a new village, and everyone is sleeping, right? Oh yeah, someone has cursed this village, and now we're gonna find the dragon or witch, whatever, outside of the village to, free the villagers from this curse, right? It feels like it takes a lot of this inspiration for typical, like, setting or premises or quests, right, in video games. But I think this is a very classic video game point, where you get to a new village, like I said, and, something has happened, right, to everyone in the villagers. But because no one is awake, you can't ask anyone for help, and you have to figure out maybe some clues, maybe someone is immune to it, maybe you can find Maybe you can find some old wise man that somehow was immune or something, right? They can talk to him or something. But yeah, Frieren is very much like watching a JRPG, the anime. Very much so. Not every episode, but I think every second episode perhaps. Even more now when the priests join, of course. Because now they really are like a party, right? You know, you have the mage, you have the warrior, you have the priest guy. Yeah, now we really have like a fantasy, like a JRPG party. Doing adventure stuff. Okay, so that's a good note there. The apple is like rotten. The bread can stay for a while because it gets stale, right? But the apple, they look like it's crumbling, so they can give you some kind of indication of the time frame here. How long they'll be sleeping. It's classic, right? You know, like, oh yeah, this food is still hot. You know, it's classic. Yeah, your kitchen is like. But this is what I mean. That apple there looks really old. So yeah, and they were just kind of shrine there to the goddess, I guess. Exactly, that apple there with the goddess figure was quite old, so. But because everyone is like asleep, they probably still alive. It's like that's a curse, right? Where I bet yeah, it's like an evil witch or something. Some old hag, an old crone. An old crone, like in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. It's an old crone outside. It's gonna be something living outside the village, like an old crone or like a dragon or something doing this thing. Oh, it's Stark? What? Thought this boy was powerful. He's like disappointed, like, oh, my boy is weak. Yeah, come on, that's best you can do, son. Yeah, it's like, don't I train you better at this? Honestly, I feel like he should be stronger than the random human. But I guess you could argue that Stark is like a physical guy, so he's weak against this curse magic or whatever. Yeah, that has to carry him. Again, that is like floating with them. And he's having with them. He's like, whatever. He's gonna carry him, you know. Oh, did the fan also fall asleep now? But does that work now then? Fan and Sean, does it work now? Because they left the village. Maybe it's like maybe she's stuck in the sleep. Yeah, in the sleepless. I guess so. Yeah, they're both like falling asleep. Even if she left. So I would be surprised, right? If Frieren loses this, because she's like a 10,000-year-old elf lady, and her mana is like insanely high, right? So I think if it's kind of ridiculous if she can't like defend against some kind of sleep spell or whatever. It would be kind of silly. But nope, she falls down. This is what I mean. Frieren is a weird character because I don't feel like she should be really high immune to this thing. It's kind of like she's like level 10,000. Yeah, like how does this work on her? And the priest guy is still fine. This is what I don't really get. I mean, sure, he's like a priest. I guess you could argue he's like a fate healer guy, so he has better protection against ailments, I suppose. But I think it's an issue with Frieren because, again, she's supposed to be like, you know, super ancient, super strongest mage on the planet, and she can't defend against this evil flower thing. Like, why is she not immune to this? Yeah, so it's like a kind of poison plant that does it. So I don't say like just make people sleep on accident then? I mean, maybe it goes to defeat eventually, but no, this is the worst video game now for him. The healer. He has a solo boss by himself. He's like, but I'm the healer. I don't have any attack spells. It's like, oh, come on, man. I can't solo this. No, but he has some kind of holy man, I guess. Okay, let's see then. He got some kind of fate, I guess. Some kind of holy. Yeah, he's not completely. This is the first time we see. I think it's the first time at all we see holy magic offensively in this anime. Yeah, like anyone like throwing in some kind of light spells, radiant penance or whatever. Because one isn't healing before. But the music that was good. Yeah, it's like time for the priest to be like, oh, you wanna fight me? I can fight too. A little bit. He can do something at least. Yeah. It was a good scene for him here, so Frieren is AFKing. Maybe she's faking it to test him. I don't know. She's a weird person. She might be a test from her. But okay, he has some kind of attack spells. Some kind of like, penance or whatever. Which he probably can't throw very often because he's running around a lot. I think he's limited. Maybe it's like a long recovery time. I know it's hated, I guess. It's gonna be like... I give some advice here when he was young. To him and his brother. Or maybe it's not his brother, maybe it's his friend. Think about it, sorry. Whatever. Either his brother or his best friend that he didn't go on with the adventure, right? He's trying to find now. Yeah, could be his best there too. Don't think about it, sorry. Okay, but let's see now. Okay, a new intro song. No, it's a pretty good... yeah, I like the music in the episode a lot. Yeah, she was giving some kind of hints. Frieren was throwing out some advices. Yeah, she's like, yeah. She threw out some... Okay, let's see that. He's gonna show some healing offensive healing magic. Oh, don't she wakes up anyway? Oh, she's there anyway? What's Frieren doing? Is she like sleep fighting? What's the lady doing? She's like sleep magician or something. Was she sleeping? Frieren appears like, yeah, I got it. Yeah, okay. What's she doing? She's like sleep magician. She's fighting in her sleep, yeah. Is she still sleeping? No? I don't know. She's weird Frieren, man. She's like, I got it. What? What was she doing? How did she even do that? She was like, I got it. Okay. She's like, I'm a sleep magician. Yeah, I can... She's like the Pokemon, you can fight in your sleep. Yeah, but like you can do damage even if you rest or you attack in your sleep. Yeah, that's like Frieren coming in with her attacks there. I guess she's the mayor, I guess. Yeah, this woman. That looks like it's like, but she was like a Norwegian. The woman was like a Norwegian. He's like, yeah, I have the village. God, she was like, yeah, I think the mayor was. I think so. Oh my gosh, she head pat him. It's weird. Frieren is like head patting. I'm the head patting master. Yeah, like I don't know. She's into this, like I'm gonna head pat everyone. Yeah, now I got the apple. A new apple for the goddess. Huh. Yeah. Okay, so now they're coming up quite north here in the, I guess, northern lands. Yeah, they come up in the... A guard? Oh, look, a prince maybe? Or king? Some kind of royal guy. Maybe he's similar to his brother. Because this guy is kind of similar to him. Because his father was like a king or something. Yeah, because Stark's dad was like a chieftain or something, like a lord or something. Because he's from some kind of royal family, or at least some kind of like a duke or something. Yeah, like something like that. And this guy looks like him. He's my party member. Yeah. Frieren, okay. Classic Frieren. It's like, I don't care, it's Steve. What's his fan? Are you in money? Oh yeah, fan is like, if we have out of money, mom. Yeah, okay, this is Frieren is like, Ashley, okay, you have a quest for us? Yeah, she's like, okay, we do it. do it, Stark. I like how she was playing all like, we don't need your handouts. Actually, I do need your handouts. Yeah, okay. You know, when I think about it, actually, your hand now, so it'd be nice to have. Yeah, okay. Classic Frieren. Yeah, this guy looks a lot like Stark. Yeah, like the painting here looks like Stark. Looks like Stark's brother, right? So, in Stark's flashback of his birthday, because we saw his brother, he almost was exactly like that. Yeah, now we see there. Only week address. This also feels, I think, about very JRPG. Like, one of the party members of Prince, yeah, one of the party members is a runaway prince. They have to be like, oh, this is his, like, cast or something. Like, I have to go to my parents, yeah. Come on, this is so classic too, right? Like, it's like in almost every JRPG, if you have a couple of party members, 4 or 5 members, it's always one of them that's like, oh, this guy's actually a prince or something, and you have to, I mean, either they leave, like, Garnet, right? And you recruit the princess, you know, from the cast itself. Or it turns out that this party member is a prince right, later on, and they have to like, oh, we have to go to this castle and ask for, you know, the assistant, the dragons or whatever, and it's like, oh, not my father. Like, this is a classic. Yeah, well, this mysterious party member is actually the prince. Yeah. See, this is basically Stark now. They're like, yes, Stark, you play the prince part. It's like, yeah, like, this is what I mean. Like, he's basically the character now. Well, actually, this is your... this guy turned out to be the secret prince of the kingdom, you know, like... yeah, now he has to train and so on. Well, now he has to, like... Yeah. Need to cook. They're eating cookies. Well, he has to train every day to become a proper prince. And read books and so on. He's such a meathead, yeah. He just like to, you know, do like gymnastics and whatever. He's just good at like exercising. But he's gonna try his new ability on on Fan here. Nah, I don't really buy it. Yeah, she's like, nope, nah, you still talk to me. Yeah, I don't really buy this thing. Nah. But it does feel like there's more to this than this him like, you look exactly like my son kind of thing. Yeah, it's like... But I also felt that Stark was kind of similar to the Duke guy as well. He also had a son. Yeah, they all look kind of similar, 3 of them. They all got the same kind of red hair and so on, I don't know. Guess this is like his younger kid, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's like his younger son. I guess so. Yeah, exactly, here we see... Yeah, there we see, you know, Stark's... Because his brother looks exactly like the painting, right? Yeah, his brother, his Onishan. His older brother looks exactly like him. I mean, he has to be his uncle or something. His face like... They did explain earlier exactly how the... But I mean, we also, as I said earlier, we also had the older Duke, right? He also looks like Stark. So I feel like they're all related. Like, he was basically his uncle too. Yeah, I feel like they're all like his... It feels like it's like Stark's uncles, all of them, something. That's what I meant. Because that guy also looked like he was Stark's relative. Does fit we can trade him to use the blade. I mean, sure, he's an axe guy, but... I mean, isn't Stark already like a swordmaster too? I mean, again, yeah, sure, he's an axe guy primarily, but... Yeah, wasn't he already trained by his brother and father as a kid to use the sword? So doesn't he really know how to use a sword and an axe? Even though he's like probably he's better with an axe, of course, but doesn't he still have like years of experience with the sword as well? And I mean, usually, unlike in like some movies, right? Usually you have more than one thing you can use, right? You know, like I can use the nunchucks or whatever, right? And also the bow staff. Yeah, usually you can do all of them. I think it's very rare you can only use one of them. The whole like swarmers thing is kind of strange because most people are usually more like, you know, martial artists. You learn all of them. Okay, no fairness, like learning how to be a, I don't know, like a princess training or something. Yeah, I guess she's getting like a, yeah, proper princess. This is how you dance and so on. Yeah, she's gonna get like the, you know, you have to go the proper, I say rich lady experience. How to dance properly and how to eat properly and so on. Yeah, now it's like how to eat properly with your, with, you know, with your, yeah, like this is cute now. Yeah. She's like, ah! I thought I'm a part of this quest. I like how she basically is like, ah, that was only fun when it started to do it. No, but I also have to be a proper, I don't want to do this. I don't have to eat properly, so yeah, it's so annoying. Well, it's cute now though. They're gonna do like the, yeah. It's also a bit FF8 vibe, you know. Yeah, yeah, the proper dance. Because they have the waltz. I also loved it, seriously, with Renoa and Squall. Yeah, I loved it. my mom was like, watched this, I had to show my mom, like, oh, look at this, mom, this is future of video gaming. Yeah, the waltz. Oh, this is a great scene. They've both been training now how to do the waltz correctly here. Yeah, you can show her the waltz. That is awesome. The proper princess dance, yeah. No, but it's really oh man, that scene was good. But it reminds me of so a lot of movies, you know, it's like I said, like the Lost Prince, you know. The Lost Prince is found and now he's trained how to be a proper prince and so on. Or the princess then. In this case both, I guess. Finn doesn't care at all. She eats cakes. She's like, yeah, whatever. Cake time. She's like, this is the best quest ever. I get infinite cake. She sits there and eats all the time. Yeah. Something's happening over here. Wait, he has two eyes? He removes the eye patch? It's fake, baby? He's doing capacity? I don't know, I felt really weird he removes the eye patch. No, it's like 20. No, he does have one eye. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I just felt it was weird. He was like, he moved his eye patch like, yeah, let's go. Like he was gonna do a Kapachi on him. Yeah, it was like, time to reveal my rune powers. Yeah, so come on, Dad. That's super weird. Yeah, the prodigal son, I guess, if you call it. Yeah, but I have a new dad. With my dwarf dad. Yeah, he taught me how to use the axe. Yeah, I got my axe master bro instead. Indeed. Episodes were longer, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, Frieren got her books. She was happy. She doesn't care. They paid her with some magical books. So she's like, yeah, this is awesome. I don't care what you do with the kids. Yeah, like, who cares? Yeah, I got my library. He's like, yeah. Like, I got my library here. That's what that matters to me. Classic Frieren. Yeah, it's like, yes, give me a magical grimoire. Oh, sorry, he's stressed on that. Obviously, it must be him, his brother. Yeah. Saw in his previous flashback. That's a good smile from Frieren there. The last bit. No, but it was cute. But it's a weird episode. But yeah, very much that typical. Like I said earlier, very much typical JRPG with like, oh, suddenly this guy's actually the son of the Duke or something. And now it's like, you need to do a proper dance in front of all the other rich people, right? So we get the, whatever foundings or the vassal states or all that stuff. Yeah, you have to be a proper, prince so we can, whatever, get investments or founding or support or whatever from like that countries. It was cute. That was well funny when Fan had to also join. She was like making fun of him for like weeks, like, hey, she'd be hilarious. And then they're like, oh, you have to, learn to dance properly too. It's like, damn it, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do this at all. Yeah, it's like, and she struggled there. But yeah, it really reminded me of F8, classic Fantasy VIII, right? We had the Waltz with the No One Squall, which I think is one of the best scenes actually, still, in game history. It's interesting because it's completely, and honestly, it's always kind of sad to me because today we see everyone talking about the Last of Us or whatever, it's so progressive and whatever, right? Or whatever. But like that game to me, that to me is real progressiveness because it was like a really weird story aspect, right? Suddenly you have to dance with the main character, and then he can't dance properly. She teaches him how to dance and so on. And it was like a really weird scene. But the cool in early FF games, they also had similar scenes, right? But that was the first time they had it like in an actual cutscene. Suddenly you have this like waltz cutscene, right? Yeah, it's such a good scene. It sticks out so much, and it gives you this like basic for the premise of storyline and so on. So no, that's still I think one of the greatest video game scenes to this day. Yeah, I think so, absolutely. FF8, the waltz. It's really my scene, but it's so back here. It's very similar to that scene, seriously. Neither of them can really dance properly, teach them how to dance before and so on, right? But yeah, here it is, yeah. No, but seriously, like FF8, right? The waltz scene, yeah, super important because it really sticks out as well in gaming history, and it's really off, right, from all the stuff. The induction of that game. Not my favorite fantasy game, but still like a milestone. That's it. But when you think about it, it is pretty common in JRPGs to have this kind of, like, oh, we're gonna have like a dance part or something. You have to go to the prom or something. Something that like kind of like offshots from the other storylines. It is actually very cool thing about it. Most JRPG has that one arc, which is like the gambling arc or the ship arc or something. Oh, you have to play casino games for 10 hours, or no, you're stuck in this thing, or oh, you have to like build a farm or something for whatever reason, and then this leads to this thing and something. Yeah, it's very common. This kind of like offshot bit where it's like anything to do with the video game. And it's like kind of mini games you have to pass or something. Yeah, you have to play this like dance mini game for 3 hours or something. It's very common, honestly. It's like completely like 3 hours of the middle of the game is completely offshot from everything else which they have to complete. Like it is seriously very common when I think about it. This is how this anime faced. This was the episode where it was like, oh, this is the the side story arc. We're stuck in this like weird dance video game instead. You have to like super complicated too. You have to dance perfectly and take like 10 attempts to do it and so on. I can see it in front of me in my head so much because there's so many games to do exactly this thing. Actually, I have my FF12 shirt on me perfectly right. So yeah, very very common. Like Golden Souls FF7. Suddenly it's like the casino stage for 3 hours. You're like what? Completely unrelated to anything else in the game. You have to play the Chocobo Racing now for 10 hours. Like what? Super common, right? Like that kind of weird off-stick episode. One thing I have from here, Resident Evil Village has that feeling, honestly, in a bad good way, because too much spoilers, but one of the houses is like a weird puzzle thing instead of action, right? And then the last house, or the last house, it's like some weird like action mecha thing. Yeah, you're like that in a way makes it feel like another game. You're like, what's happening? So I have a giant mecha, basically. What's happening? It's one boss fight where you get like giant mecha, more or less. And you're like, rah! It feels really weird. Like you're like, what? That being said, though, I said the last guy. One thing I was like though in video games, from the old good basic, I guess Nintendo and forward really, but especially Super Nintendo, is when they have another gameplay mode, right, in like a platformer. So for example in Contra or Super Vector, as they call it in England, in Europe, for example, right, on the second stage, suddenly the world is from bird view 2D instead of side to view, and on the fourth stage you're driving these bikes, like hover bikes, so you get like another thing. In Turtles in Time, on the third stage you get the surfing boards instead of walking on the street, right, and then it's like, and then you're in space too. Is that the 11th stage, 10th stage, where you fly in space? But I make my point, it's like some of the stages are different gameplays, right? They're still very much the same because they're more or less the same inputs, right? But they kind of change, like, oh, this thing you're surfing instead, or I think that's always been like a genius part of gaming. Battletoads, of course, you have the surfing car stage things, right there. So that thing, it's not one of the most basic things to make a good video game, I feel. In that kind of genre, you can completely change the output, right? And I think games like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and so on, are really good at that, right? You have like an action stage, and then suddenly, you know, like a Bayonetta, you're surfing on like a rocket for like 10 minutes, right? You're gonna surf around and dodge and so on, or whatever, right? So you have a lot of gameplay. And Bayonetta 3 has that all the time. Bayonetta 3 honestly has too much, probably. Bayonetta 3 has probably too much. I mean, it's a great gameplay, but yeah, it has it probably way too much because it keeps changing gameplay all the time. So that's probably too much because you summon these animals and you basically have different stages. Oh, it's on the spider stage, you're climbing the wall, and that game is like every stage has a new gameplay moment. On this thing, you're a T-Rex or something, you're a Godzilla, yeah, like the Godzilla stage. And on that game, it's like changing all the time, almost too much. But it's a really good game to play. They have the collector's edition, right? As we did last year, yeah, roughly almost a year ago. And it's a good game, but it's so moments too much. But anyway, but yeah, subscribe, someone's calling me, so have a good day and I'll see you guys.